The season finale of Runaway starts with Simon being taken to the hospital. He manages to inform Fag Bentley about Paige's current location. Now Fag Bentley and Todd set up a task force and raid the Shining Truth headquarters together. They search for Paige, believing she may be hiding there. The cops break into the place looking for Casper and his family. Inside, Fag Bentley enters a secret door and finds Casper. Now Casper tries to end his own life, refusing to be treated like a criminal after being worshipped for years. Fag Bentley arrests Casper and he is taken into custody. Now Fag Bentley meets Simon next, who is recovering at the hospital. He tells Simon about the cult as well as Casper's attempt to kill his biological sons, including Aaron. Now Fag Bentley reveals that Aaron was most likely killed by Ash and Dee Dee, who later returned to kill Simon and Cornelius. As Simon hides the fact that he met Adonia at the hospital, but when he learns about Elena's death, he's certainly saddened. He asks the detective to tell him where Paige is, as Simon recalls his conversation with Adonia from earlier that day. Adonia actually told Simon everything about the Shining Truth and their attempt to kill Casper's biological sons. She tells Simon that she doesn't know where Paige is, but claims that the women from the cult want a fresh start now that they have the chance. As Simon recovers from his injury, while Ingrid remains in a coma and slowly begins to wake up. He goes out looking for Paige again and later learns about Elena's death from the detectives. And the detectives inform Lou about Elena's death after her remains are discovered. Now one day Simon finds Paige sitting by Ingrid's bedside at the hospital. He's relieved to see her again and asks her what she's been up to. It turns out Paige has stopped using drugs and wants to return to the rehab she was previously admitted to. Simon offers to take her back and tries to calm her down when she blames herself for what happened to Ingrid. Now Paige tells her father that she discovered Aaron's dead body, which prompted her to escape to rehab. She had tried joining the rehab once in the past as well, but Aaron snuck in and drugged her to continue controlling her. Now Ingrid was an addict who went to the same rehab in the past as her too. Now Paige never wanted to disappoint her father, but didn't know how else to cope. Simon apologises to his daughter for being distant in the past and promises to mend their relationship going forward. Now Paige tells Simon about Aaron's connection with Henry and how she wanted to get away from Aaron, who was jealous of his half-brother. Simon pushes Paige to tell him the truth about everything. At this point, Paige tries to convince Simon that she killed Aaron, but Simon calls her bluff. She finally reveals that she reached out to Ingrid for help, who sent her to rehab. However, when Paige returned to Aaron's apartment, she found him dead. Now Paige didn't know what to do, so she went to Aaron's caravan, where Simon later found her jacket. It was Ingrid who actually killed Aaron to save her. Simon bids Paige farewell and drops her off at the rehab. A few days later, Ingrid finally awakens from her coma. Lou lays Elena to rest beside Joel's grave, and Simon, Cornelius and Maria attend her funeral while Ingrid recovers and is taken back home. Soon after, Paige is released from rehab and the Green family pick her up and bring her home. Now one day, Simon and Ingrid are at a park where he asks his wife about Aaron's murder. Simon asks why she did it, and Ingrid confesses that she killed Aaron to protect Paige. She had no other option. Now Ingrid planned Aaron's murder and sought Dr. Stanfield's help to create a fake alibi. Luther saw Ingrid leaving Aaron's house, which later prompted him to shoot her at Rocco's hideout. Now Ingrid apologizes to Simon, but admits that she hid the truth to protect their family. Simon goes through old photos of Ingrid and makes a discovery. He meets Paige at home and talks about her relationship with Aaron. Simon reveals that he confronted Doug for sexually assaulting her, and Doug confessed to being beaten up by Aaron, Paige's half-brother. Simon then tells Paige that he knows Aaron was Ingrid's son. Paige confesses that Ingrid didn't know about Aaron's connection, and she sees a photo of a much younger Ingrid and concludes that her mother was once part of the Shining Truth, where she gave birth to Aaron. Now Paige didn't know who to talk to about these things, and she ended up bonding with Aaron over their shared trauma. Now Aaron gave her drugs to cope and abused her as a way to control her. Aaron wanted to destroy her to punish Ingrid. After hearing all of this, Simon finally understands how Paige was brainwashed and empathizes with his daughter. Now Paige pleads with Simon to keep the truth about Aaron from Ingrid to protect her mental peace. Simon agrees, and the Green family continue to live on as the show comes to an end. So Runaway comes to a close, and I'm glad that the show attempts to end by tying up most of the loose threads, but it's still quite odd that Ingrid kept the fact she was part of a cult from Simon. Now obviously partners usually share these sort of things before getting married, which makes their relationship seem far from perfect, contrary to what we were led to believe in the first episode. I'm also not happy about how the show handles sexual assault here, especially in the cases of Aaron and Paige. We don't really see any real consequences for the abusers, namely Aaron's adoptive father and Doug. It just feels like it's been handled a little flippantly. There are many revelations in this episode though, and the shocking truth about Aaron being Ingrid's son, whom she unknowingly killed, is a jaw-dropping reveal. I wonder if the makers intend to release a second season, because in the final moments we can see from Simon's face that he's not really at peace, unlike the rest of his family. He remains troubled by the decision to hide the truth from Ingrid. The fact that the cops still have no idea that Ash and Dee Dee were not the ones who killed Aaron, and that Ingrid got away with the crime so easily, feel a little unbelievable. However, with Luther, the only eyewitness to Ingrid's crime, dead, there is no other way for the cops to uncover the truth. So I guess from that perspective, Runaway does end on an unsettling but conclusive note. Thanks for watching, and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like or subscribe to the channel, your support is very much appreciated. I'm Greg Wheeler, and from all of us over here at The Review Geek, we'll see you on the next video.